Post after post, jab after jab, Selena Gomez's new album has sent the internet into a frenzy, with fans convinced she's throwing subtle jabs at the Biebers. But guess who's not here for the subliminals? Hailey Bieber. And this time, she's not sitting back in silence. Her recent actions are sending a loud and clear warning not just to Selena, but to her die-hard fan base to back off and let the past stay in the past. Hailey Bieber responds to Selena's album, Shades. The entertainment world is buzzing again with Selena Gomez, Hailey, and Justin Bieber at the center of it all. In the midst of all of the hate going on, Hailey is reportedly considering legal action to finally put an end to the false narratives, especially coming from Selena's fan base. And in a world where social media controls public opinion, Hailey has felt the weight of it all. For years, she brushed off the negativity, choosing to focus on her career and personal life. But the constant online attacks seem to have reached their limit, pushing her to explore legal options to shut down the lies. She's reportedly in talks with top lawyers, including Lisa Moore, known for helping Cardi B win her major defamation case against a YouTuber. If Hailey moves forward, this wouldn't just be about clearing her name. It could also set an example for other celebrities and influencers dealing with online harassment. The internet has made it way too easy for people to spread false information without consequences, and Hailey's case could be a turning point. A now-deleted post from Hailey summed up her frustration. People take the information they're fed and draw a picture of who you are. In most cases, it is incorrect. Despite everything, Hailey isn't backing down. She and Selena have made it clear they're not enemies, yet trolls keep fueling the drama. If this lawsuit happens, it might finally put an end to the toxic cycle. At the end of the day, Hailey Bieber is done being the internet's punching bag. She's ready to take back her narrative, and in doing so, she just might help make social media a less toxic place for everyone. Word on the street is that Hailey is also pressing Justin to drop his new album ASAP, right after Selena Gomez released her latest album with Benny Blanco. Naturally, this has everyone talking, with fans and critics trying to figure out if this is just good timing or something a little more personal. If Justin really does drop his album right after Selena's single, it's bound to raise eyebrows. Is this just about keeping the Biebers in the headlines? Is Hailey really that pressed about what Selena is doing? Some people think she's trying too hard to play industry mastermind when she should be focused on building her own lane, one that doesn't involve Selena at every turn. Of course, Justin and Hailey being tangled up in drama isn't exactly new. Justin often gets painted as the moody, tantrum-prone superstar, while Hailey is seen as the one who just rolls with it. Meanwhile, Selena and Benny Blanco seem unbothered, vibing, and making music without all the extra noise. It's not unusual to have Selena, Justin, and Hailey's names come up in the same mix. I mean, given how the whole relationship thing ended between Justin and Selena, and Justin's marriage announcement that came up 6 months after, both fan bases have been reading meaning into every post, every picture, and even every new song release. Take, for example, one of Justin's recent Instagram story posts, which had the internet in a chokehold with even speculations about the state of his marriage to Hailey. With just a few words, he managed to set off a frenzy, leaving fans questioning if there's trouble in paradise. It was a simple caption that got everyone talking. The post was nothing out of the ordinary, but the caption was allegedly a low-key jab at Hailey, something along the lines of, "Me behind my girlfriend after she makes me mad." And just like that, the internet went into overdrive. Fans immediately started dissecting the post, wondering if Justin was throwing shade at his wife. The comment section turned into a battleground. Some were convinced this was a cryptic breakup message, while others argued people were reading too much into it. Either way, the speculation spread like wildfire. Justin also shared a close-up photo of his face partially hidden underneath a hood covered in mottled white fleece. "I got anger issues too, but I want to grow and not react so much SMH," he captioned the photo, which further raised concerns about his marriage. Let's be real, this isn't the first time their marriage has been put under a microscope. Ever since their whirlwind romance and 2018 wedding, they've been making headlines for everything from public love declarations to tense moments caught on camera. And now, this latest Instagram drama is only adding fuel to the fire. The backlash was instant. Social media was flooded with theories and hashtags like #JustinandHaileyTrouble and #SoloVibes started trending. Some fans felt bad for Hailey, while others backed Justin, claiming his post was harmless and just being blown out of proportion. Days passed, but Justin and Hailey stayed quiet, making things even messier. No clarifications, no explanations, just silence. Of course, insiders tried to smooth things over, with some claiming it was a misunderstanding and others hinting at deeper issues. Then came the public sighting. The couple showed up at an event together, but their body language? Awkward, distant. Paparazzi snapped photos that only fueled the rumors, and before long, those images were plastered all over social media. Fans analyzed every little detail. Was Hailey avoiding eye contact? Did Justin look uninterested? The theories kept coming. Still, not everyone is convinced this is the beginning of the end. While the Biebers seem to be going about their own life, naturally, many assumed the emotional depth of the lyrics of Selena's new album must be aimed at her past relationship with Justin Bieber. Bieber, or even his wife, Hailey Bieber, but Selena shut that narrative down fast. Selena and Justin's on-again, off-again saga was practically a full-blown reality show, playing out in headlines, concert stages, and cryptic social media posts for years. So when she releases an album drenched in emotion, it's no surprise that people start connecting dots, whether they should be or not. But Selena insists her music isn't about rehashing old love stories. Anytime I release anything, the interpretation is going to be up to the audience. However, I would like to say that most of this album has nothing to do with what everyone may go to, she clarified in a recent interview. She also said that it's up to whatever people want, but to her, it was about her and Benny's pasts and their history, and also just inspired by friends and relationships. Of course, that won't stop the internet from running wild. The love triangle storyline, Selena, Justin, and Hailey, is too tempting for the media to let go of. Let's take a moment to examine the so-called shades Selena might have thrown Justin and Hailey's way in her latest album, I Said I Love You First. Selena's shades in her new album. Selena Gomez is no stranger to having her lyrics picked apart like a cryptic diary entry, and her latest track, How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten, had the Bieber fans and gossip blogs going full FBI mode. Dropped as part of her album I Said I Love You First, the song has people convinced she's sending a not-so-subtle message to none other than Justin Bieber, with lyrics like, "You're so embarrassing, go cry when no one's watching, I can't imagine it, how does it feel to be forgotten?" The internet is buzzing with theories. Is she saying she's officially over it while Justin is out here struggling to keep up appearances? The timeline checks out, but let's dig a little deeper. One particular line has people raising eyebrows. "'Cause you walked in, big-ass grin, talking like we're friends, honey, what were you thinking?" Fans are convinced she's talking about Bieber playing cool while she's standing there thinking, "Sir, we are not on good terms. Why are you acting like we are?" And it doesn't stop there. The song's recurring theme, Selena moving on while someone else, maybe Bieber, struggles to do the same, mirrors the vibe of her 2020 hit Look at Her Now. Even Genius.com caught the connection, pointing out the lyrical similarities. Coincidence? Maybe. Intentional? Probably. If this song wasn't already fueling enough speculation, let's talk about Don't Wanna Cry, another track from the album. Left the door wide open for the whole wide world to see you, then you kiss her right in front of me like I'm not even there. That lyric alone had fans clutching their pearls, swearing Selena is finally laying it all out about seeing Bieber move on so publicly. Similarly, the Don't Take It Personally track got a lot of heat too, as it sounded like Selena was taking a subtle diss at the Biebers. The buzz started when snippets of the lyrics leaked online, immediately grabbing attention. Lines like, "I know the two of you used to talk like every day, you probably got a dartboard of my face right in the middle," had fans analyzing every syllable, speculating that Selena was hinting at the tension between her and the Biebers. Despite Selena and Hailey both publicly denying any ongoing drama, the song's lyrics seem to tell a different story. Social media exploded with theories as fans dissected every line, searching for hidden meanings. When the full track dropped, lyrics like, "Please don't take it personally," "Some things are just meant to be," "Don't waste all your energy," "We both know that he loves me," only fueled the speculation. At first glance, it sounded like Selena was addressing an ex's former flame, possibly Benny Blanco's ex, considering her current relationship with him. Then came the plot twist. In a track-by-track breakdown titled, I Said I Love You First, Explained, Selena revealed that the song wasn't from her perspective at all. Instead, it was written from the viewpoint of someone who had actually said these things to her. Suddenly, the entire narrative flipped. Fans began to wonder if the song was meant to reflect Hailey Bieber's point of view, telling Selena to move on. Lyrics like, "He sleeps in my bed, I met his parents, it's official," and "I remembered he doesn't want ya, no he doesn't want ya," only added to the fire. These lines paint a picture of finality, reinforcing the idea that Selena was once on the receiving end of this message. Her explanation that the song was inspired by something she had personally experienced opened the floodgates of speculation about her past entanglements with Justin and Hailey. And if that wasn't enough, Younger and Hotter Than Me seemingly references a past version of herself, naive and caught up in something she's now outgrown. The lyrics? They don't hold back. "We're not getting any younger, but your girlfriends seem to..." Now that is the kind of line that makes you sit up and say, "Oop, she really said that." And of course the fans, they're connecting the dots, because how couldn't they? Given the history, it's hard not to see the parallels between Selena, her ex Justin Bieber, and his wife Hailey Baldwin, who just happens to be younger than Selena by 4 years. Whether intentional or not, the track feels like a diary entry set to music, full of lingering feelings, and the kind of self-doubt we don't talk about out loud. The lyrics paint an unfiltered picture of Gomez's inner turmoil. All of the girls at this party are younger and hotter than me, and "I hate myself more for thinking you were different," cut straight to the heart. The haunting repetition of "Is she younger and hotter than me?" lingers long after the song ends, capturing that relentless spiral of self-doubt and comparison. Then comes the plot twist. Some fans are convinced the song isn't from Selena's perspective at all, but from Hailey Bieber's. The line, "Pictures of you at the movies, is she younger younger and hotter than me, has fueled this theory, suggesting a possible role reversal where Hailey is the one questioning her place. Whether intentional or just another example of fans overanalyzing every lyric, the speculation only adds to the song's intrigue. Same thing with the You Said You Were Sorry track. Selena sang about an unnamed ex, which has made people think she was referring to Bieber, and how her newfound happiness is a huge contrast from her past. The track is dripping in emotion, betrayal, regret, and the kind of unfinished business that lingers like a ghost. Selena has always used music as therapy, and this one feels like an end to a relationship that had the whole world watching. Over the past few years, Selena has made it clear she's on a whole new wavelength, one centered around peace, self-care, and a level of unbothered energy that deserves its own trademark. Her social media is glowing with soft life aesthetics, and she's been open about prioritizing her mental health. The shift is loud and clear in her music, a stark contrast to the emotional whirlwind that once defined her love life. But let's get into the real reason fans are spiraling. Justin's 2015 hit, Sorry. When it dropped, the internet swore it was his way of apologizing to Selena. Fast forward to You Said You Were Sorry, and now the tables have turned. Is this Selena's long-awaited response? The lyrics are thick with reflections on empty apologies and broken promises, basically the kind of regret-soaked storytelling that aligns a little too perfectly with a certain past relationship. Lines about apologies that were never really meant hit different for those who lived through the Yelena saga. So, is You Said You Were Sorry about Justin? Maybe, maybe not. Either way, the song is hitting all the right notes, keeping the conversation alive, and proving that Selena's story is one worth listening to. Whether I Said I Love You First is aimed at Bieber, or just a general anthem of moving on, one thing is clear: Selena knows how to keep a conversation going. And at the end of the day, whether she's reminiscing, reflecting, or just crafting a great breakup song, the fact that we're all here dissecting it proves her impact is as strong as ever. The same Selena stans who relaunched the Hailey Bieber hate campaign in an attempt to hype up her album might actually be doing the opposite, tanking its success. Critics aren't exactly eating up the lyrics, and the more they dissect them, the more the album struggles to gain real traction. Hate campaign against Hailey Bieber. A shocking video series has surfaced, portraying Hailey Bieber as a stalker, coinciding with the release of Selena Gomez's highly anticipated documentary. This series, which has quickly gained traction online, presents Hailey in a highly controversial light, suggesting that she has been obsessively following Selena's life, mimicking her style, and even replicating her public appearances. The video, pieced together with clips and photos, paints a picture of a pattern of behavior that some are interpreting as unhealthy fixation. The timing of the release is striking, as it coincides with the premiere of Selena's documentary. Fans are speculating whether the series is a calculated attempt to shift public attention towards Selena, positioning her as the victim in an ongoing love triangle with Hailey and Justin Bieber. Some fans are convinced that Hailey is the obsessed one in the high-profile love triangle involving her husband, Justin Bieber, and his former flame, Selena Gomez. These fans argue that the hate directed at Hailey is justified, viewing it as a natural consequence of her actions. The origins of this narrative go back to the early days of Justin and Selena's relationship, dubbed Jelena by fans. Their on-again, off-again romance captivated millions, and for many fans, Selena was seen as Justin's first true love. The emotional roller coaster of public declarations, breakups, and reunions led many to view Selena as their unbreakable connection. However, when Justin began dating Hailey, some fans quickly labeled her the interloper who disrupted the fairy tale romance. Justin and Hailey's whirlwind romance began in 2018, and by July of that year, they were engaged. The speed of their engagement fueled speculation that Hailey was desperate to secure her place in Justin's life. Critics pointed to Hailey's past admiration for Justin and Yelena's relationship, suggesting that her long-standing infatuation with him pushed her to pursue him relentlessly, ultimately leading to their marriage. The obsession narrative has been further fueled by Hailey's social media activity. Fans have scrutinized her Instagram posts and Twitter likes, searching for any sign that she is fixated on Selena. Instances where Hailey allegedly liked or commented on posts related to Selena have been used as proof of her obsession. Some fans even claim that Hailey's fashion choices and hairstyles mimic Selena's, suggesting a deeper, unsettling fixation. The controversy intensifies with accusations that Hailey has shaded Selena through cryptic social media posts and subtle digs in interviews. Fans believe Hailey is constantly undermining Selena, and these perceived slights have only heightened the animosity towards Hailey. As a result, fans rally behind Selena as the wronged party, while hashtags like #TeamSelena and #HaileyExposed trend on platforms like Twitter and TikTok, where fans dissect every aspect of Hailey's life. This online vitriol has spilled into real life, with Hailey facing boos and jeers at public events. Despite the relentless criticism, Hailey has insisted that she's unbothered by the hate and wants to move past the drama and focus on her marriage. However, her attempts to downplay the situation seem to only fuel the belief that she is the villain in the narrative. Selena's 2019 hit Lose You to Love Me only added fuel to the fire. Many speculated that the song was about her relationship with Justin, especially with its themes of moving on from a toxic relationship and finding closure. The line that had everyone talking, "In 2 months you replaced us like it was easy," felt like a direct hit. If you've been keeping up, you know that after Selena and Justin's final split in March 2018, he wasted no time moving on with Hailey Baldwin. By July, he had a ring on her finger, and by September, they were legally married. The speed? Insane. Fans were shook, and Selena? Well, this song made it clear. She felt that too. The emotional music video further reinforced this narrative, with fans believing that Selena was still processing her feelings for him. This long-standing narrative has been a source of public fascination for years, and this new development has reignited the conversation, with many questioning if this series is deliberately timed to generate buzz around Selena's upcoming work. Another point of discussion is Selena's responsibility in the situation. Should she speak out and call for an end to the hate directed at Hailey, or will this saga continue to play out in the public eye? Selena has previously made attempts to address the bullying Hailey faces, but these efforts seemingly had little impact. It's a reminder of the toxic narrative that pits women against each other, where one must be seen as the winner while the other is the loser. There are also theories that the wave of hate toward Hailey might not be entirely organic. Some believe it could be a distraction from Justin Bieber's behavior, or even a tactic orchestrated by Scooter Braun, given his reportedly strained relationship with Justin. With Braun's history of using such tactics, his involvement has become a plausible theory. Now, it's not just Hailey who is feeling the heat of this whole drama. For years, the internet has debated whether Selena Gomez is the one still hung up on Justin Bieber. The idea has taken root because of certain moments over the years, some subtle, some loud, that paint their breakup as something she never fully moved on from. One of the biggest reasons fans hold on to this idea is Selena's reaction, direct or indirect, to Justin's relationships with other women. Justin and Selena's relationship was filled with dramatic breakups and reconciliations, each one more public than the last. But behind closed doors, things were reportedly far messier. Selena allegedly threw shade at Justin in videos, got her friends to diss him, and hinted at infidelity, all while keeping up the public image of being single. This back and forth reportedly left Justin in emotional turmoil, never really sure where he stood with her. Every time he dated someone new, her fan base would go into full attack mode, harassing the girl he was with. It was obvious when he dated Sophia Richie, and it only got worse when he got together with Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber. One of the most shocking moments came in November 2012 when Selena allegedly slapped Justin for taking pictures with fans. The incident, caught on video, became a symbol of just how unstable their relationship had become. Some believe Justin's song "What Do You Mean" was his way of expressing frustration over Selena's mixed signals and manipulative behavior. By 2013 and 2014, Justin's life had hit rock bottom. He was reportedly struggling with mental health issues, and some sources say he was even on the verge of suicide. His manager, Scooter Braun, later admitted in interviews that he genuinely feared for Justin's life during this dark period. With no real sense of direction, it seemed like Justin was spiraling out of control. Then, in 2015, things started to change. Justin began attending church and spending more time with Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber. Unlike his roller coaster relationship with Selena, his bond with Hailey was different. It was calm, supportive, and built on mutual respect. Justin's 2015 album Purpose is said to be inspired by Hailey, reflecting the stability and positive energy she brought into his life. By the time he sat down for a GQ interview in 2016, he was already talking about marriage, proof of how serious he was about her. Many fans see Hailey as the person who pulled Justin out of the chaos and helped him rebuild his life. Unlike his alleged PR-fueled relationship with Selena, Hailey's love seemed genuine, grounding him, helping him heal, and allowing him to finally move forward. Hailey, for the most part, stayed out of the drama, yet she was constantly dragged into it, labeled as the villain in this never-ending saga. The way Selena's fans treated Hailey made many believe that, despite the public statements of peace, Selena herself might not have fully moved on. What's even wilder is how some fans, now well into their 20s and 30s, are still deeply invested in the idea that Selena and Justin were soulmates. This obsession has created a toxic culture where Hailey is unfairly bashed just for being his wife. It's a bizarre dynamic. Former teenage fans of Selena now relentlessly coming for Hailey like she personally wronged them. Of course, Hollywood isn't black and white, and no one is entirely innocent. Over the years, Selena has played into the drama in ways that contradict her image as the graceful ex. Her cryptic social media posts, her fans' pattern of attacking Justin's girlfriends, and the way she allows certain narratives to linger all suggest she's not as detached from the past as she claims. However, now that Selena has debunked the narrative of her new album album shading the Biebers, she can only hope that her fanbase, and even the Biebers' fanbase, can come to that realization too. Because instead of boosting Selena, the whole hate train is making the whole fanbase look unhinged, and the album's numbers are reflecting that. Click on one of the cards on your screen to see more videos like this.